Hello there. I cannot even tell you how wonderful it feels to finally be sitting down here on camera and filming and just talking with you all. I have missed you. I have missed this. I have missed makeup. As many of you know, I have been battling a virus for the last 2 weeks and I literally have not put makeup on my face. I haven't done my hair. It's totally overgrown. I missed my haircut and color appointments. So it has just been, yes, a non-fun 2 weeks. But today I am excited to be here and to be feeling ready to have some makeup therapy. So thank you all for your wonderful, kind words, your prayers, your thoughts. I really appreciate them. Thank you for your patience and waiting for me to finally get better. I know 2 weeks doesn't seem that long, but in other ways, it seems like forever, I think, here on YouTube. So we are going to dive in today. I'm going to get ready. I am just feeling like going all out glam today, something fun, because I have been dying to try this new Sigma Cinderella palette. I purchased this and it came right before I got sick, and so I have not even swatched it. So I cannot wait to dig into this palette. If you've not seen it, it has lots of colorful shadows in here, so we're gonna be having some fun. I've got finally this L'Oreal foundation I've been trying to get my hands on, so we're gonna try that for the first time today. I've got several other first time items, and then I have the entire new BK Beauty brush set that was done in collaboration with Angie from Hot and Flashy. So I'm going to be giving you my review on these and showing you those in action. So we just have lots to talk about. I've got a lot of time to make up for, so we better go ahead and get started. All right, I pulled out the MAC Prep and Prime. This is the 24-hour Extend Eye Base. I have not used this in so long, so I thought it would be fun just to pull out something different. So while my primer sets, I'm going to just quickly run you through these brushes. BK Beauty was so sweet to send these to me, and I am not one to just hop on and give you my first impression when it comes to tools. I really like to put them through the ringer. I did actually freshly wash this one again, but I've actually washed all of these at least 3 times, some of them 4, because I like to just see how do they wash up. Does anything shed on me? And I'm happy to report they do not. So if you're not familiar with this new set, Angie from Hot and Flashy here on YouTube did a collaboration with BK Beauty on this brush set. And she really wanted to focus on brushes for more mature eyelids and one face, technically kind of 2 face brushes. I'll explain in a moment. Now, just briefly, these brushes are all cruelty-free. They are all synthetic bristles, but they are super soft. If you are familiar with the other BK Beauty brushes, you will know how soft these bristles are. And I would say some of these, especially this blush brush, is even a tad softer, if that's possible. Also, the color difference, she did this really cool kind of gunmetal gray with the silver ferrule, and then it has the brush numbers all start with A. So when you hear me referring to them, that is why. Now, currently, these are only available in a full set, so you have to buy all of them right now, but Angie did say that they are going to eventually be available individually. Let's go ahead now, though, and jump into our palette, and I'll talk about those brushes as we go along. Now, if you did not know, the Disney Cinderella movie is my all-time favorite Disney movie, and I especially love the remake that was done a couple years ago. Oh my goodness, yes, one of my all-time favorites. So I could not wait to get my hands on this palette. I thought, I gotta have it. Now, there is a full collection. I did not buy that full collection, just the palette, but it is so well done. This is just the inside little clear cover there, and then here are the shades. I will pop up on the screen some swatches. Like I said, I haven't even put my fingers in this palette yet. So we're gonna just have a little fun together. Now it does also come with a dual-ended brush. Now as you're looking at it though, there is no matte brow bone highlight shade. So I'm just gonna quickly go into the Sephora I Love Bloom palette. This is the Peony, and I'm gonna use the BK Beauty, okay, I don't know these brush numbers yet. The A501. I'm gonna go into this matte shade and just use this along the brow bone here. So this is a pretty dense brush, but it does have a little bit of fluffiness there, so you can actually blend this, but it is quite a bit smaller than my normal brow bone highlight brush. So you'll notice that the size of these brushes is a little bit smaller. So if you have smaller eyes, you're really going to enjoy kind of the sizes of a lot of these brushes, I think. Let's just have a little bit of fun and play today. So I'm gonna start off though first with something neutral, something safe in the crease, and I'm gonna use the A503 brush. Now this one is a really interesting brush. It has a little bit of a point to it, so you can get it in the crease, but the bristles are not, they are tapered down on the sides. So she did that intentionally so that you could easily kind of lay the brush on the side, blend your eyeshadow up. It picks up the shadow well, but it doesn't pick up too much at once. So I do enjoy that. Like I said, so soft. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm gonna go size down on the brush to this one, which is the A502. And compared to that crease brush, you can see it is quite a bit, I would say at least half the size. Let's go in with something fun. We're gonna go in with this one right here, and I haven't given you the name. So that first shade was Pumpkin, and now we're gonna go in with Courtyard. And I'm just dipping the tip of the brush. I'm gonna tap off, and let's just see what color this ends up being here. I am just totally winging this look. We're gonna just have some fun together. You're gonna see how my thought process comes together here. All right, so that's a really pretty shade. It's got, wow, a little more green in it. But it does have a lot, it's a little bit of a murky, kind of a murky green color. It's really pretty though. And I'm just going real lightly. Now what I like about this brush is you do have a lot of control of how much product you pick up. However, you're not going to get a lot of blending power with this one. So I like to place the shadow with this brush, kind of get it built up in the outer corner, and then go back with my crease brush and blend out the edges. And I'm gonna go back with a little more pumpkin here, just right along the edge there. Okay, now we're gonna go down one size smaller, and this is the A504. So compared to the previous brush, again, it's almost reduced by half. It's a little bit shorter and definitely less fluffy. And this is a great one you can do inner corner highlight. I've kind of been experimenting with it and just kind of like really deepening up the outer corner. So I'm going to go in first with this blue shade, which is Hopeful. And this is a beautiful, beautiful navy. When I swatched it just a minute ago, it looked like it maintains a little bit of blue. You know, sometimes blue just ends up looking black on the eyes, but this one looks like it's going to maintain just that hint of blue. So pretty. I'm just smushing this right into kind of the roots of the outer lashes here. Been a while since I pulled out blue eyeshadow, folks. All right, and then I'm gonna go back to Courtyard, that green shade and her greenish turquoise shade, and just kind of blend that together. All right, let's go back and just kind of do a little blend here. I think I'm gonna bring something else to the crease, but let's do our lid shade first. This brush that Angie came up with, I love this. This is the A505, and it is a flat, seemingly inconspicuous concealer type brush. But this brush, these bristles, they are quite stiff. These do a great job of picking up shimmer shadows that usually you have to use your finger for. So I want to try this. So we're going to go in with this shade right here, which is Dressmaker. And I am just going to pack this brush. You can see it picked up a good amount. And let's just kind of press this on the lid. It's a really pretty shade. Okay, then I'm going to flip the brush over. I think I'm going to try a little bit of this one, which is Sweet Nightingale. Okay, and this one seems very pigmented, so I'm going to go between that rose gold shade and our outer corner colors, and then I'll flip my brush over, just tap a little bit of that rose gold shade on. Ooh, I told you. We're going colorful today. I have missed makeup. I feel like I have missed art class, you know? So we're just gonna make up for 2 weeks today, all in one video here. Okay, then I'm gonna clean off that brush and I'm gonna try a little bit of this one right here, Wishful. Do you like how I gouged the corner of it? Oh my goodness. I'm just going to place this right on the inner corner here. And this one, oh, it does have kind of a bit of a strong, let's see. Oh yeah, it does kind of have a little bit of a gold shift to it. Let's just go in with our finger. And then I'll use that brush to just slightly go over. Oh yeah, I like that. Blended over that rose gold shade. Okay, let's go back and add a little more of the pumpkin shade. And I'm going back to the A503 brush and just going to kind of blend this above all those colorful shades. Let's go to the lower lash line with the Urban Decay Mushroom Eye Pencil. I'm going to put this in the roots of the lashes. And I just love to use this color when I'm doing kind of cooler tones on the upper lid. And then I'm gonna also take that pencil just under the lower lashes here. Now I thought about doing a fun, wild and crazy eyeliner, but I'm gonna save that for another video, for a dedicated video where I do like the double winged liner, so stay tuned for that. But instead, I'm just gonna use my Morphe M432 and going to go into Courtyard and just press this into the roots of the lashes here, just in the outer corner. And blend it into kind of those shadows there. And then for liner, let's just go in with shadow. I'm gonna use this one right here, which is Mischievous, and I'm using the BK Beauty 208 brush. This is the tiniest, finest little liner brush you will ever find. Whoa, this seems very pigmented and very soft. So I'm going to just press this into the roots of the lashes here. And then I think I am going to give myself just a little bit of a soft wing, kind of right through that blue eyeshadow there. And now I will just deepen it up. So because this brush is so fine, you can get a very fine line, but it will take a few layers if you want to slightly thicken the line. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna press this now into the roots of the lashes and go across. I think actually I'll go all the way across because it helps when I'm applying my mascara if I get a little out of control. And you know, it's been 2 weeks, so who knows what my mascara applying skills are going to be like today. Now I'm just going back with the A502 brush and a little more of the Courtyard shade and just very lightly blending this as I'm looking forward into the mirror because I want to be able to see this color peeking above. So with hooded eyes, sometimes you need to go back a few times. Keep bringing that color up, especially with colorful eyeshadows. All right, and then just really lightly blending this through. Let's clean up under the eyes now and apply some foundation. I'm just using my almond oil. All right, now I am really excited to try this new foundation from L'Oreal. This is the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I've heard so many people talk about this and it has been difficult to come by and to figure out shade range. So I got shade 2 to 3, which is light pale, and then there is one shade lighter. At first I thought, oh boy, now that my sunless tanner is completely gone, I was gonna be in trouble. But I tested this on the back of my hand last night and I think it's gonna blend out okay. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna go in with my BK Beauty. This is the 101 brush, one of my all-time favorite brushes from BK Beauty. And let's just try this foundation. So I do already have sunscreen on my skin because this foundation does not have any sunscreen. And I'm not sure if it's, I mean, it says it is a, does it say it's a foundation? Tinted serum. But I would say that's more coverage than just a serum in my book, which I'm not mad about at all. It looks lovely. It feels very cooling. And you can see it started off looking like it was gonna be too dark, but it kind of just blends in. So there is a lot, I think it's very forgiving in the shades, which is a good thing because there aren't tons of shades available. So I just wasn't sure if this would be too light or not light enough, and it looks like it's pretty close. It's borderline. There is some glow for sure, hyaluronic acid, so I'm guessing there's going to be some, you know, there's moisturizing factors in here, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels very lightweight, and I mean, I'm getting some evening out of the skin, which is what I want. I don't know that I would quite say it's medium. I would still say it's light coverage, but we'll see if we can build it up a little bit. Yeah, I've still got some redness on my nose. Dead giveaway, right? That you've been sick. Your nose still seems to carry that redness. So I would still, I'd say you can get a little bit out of the light coverage range, kind of verging on medium, but I don't feel like I'm gonna get any more coverage than that. So it's not bad. It's, if you like more of a lighter coverage foundation, this might be one that you enjoy. Definitely going to have to set this, but not quite yet because I have some other cream products. All right, first I'm gonna go in with color corrector. So this is the NARS color corrector in the shade Light. And boy, do I need some color correcting. Not only because I'm wearing blue eyeshadow, but yes, I have not slept well. You would think with all of the naps and everything that I've been doing, I would be getting way too much sleep, right? Yeah. All right, now it is time to pull in another BK Beauty brush. So this is the A506, and this is the most unique brush I think that Angie developed. And she wanted to develop a mini version of this foundation brush for concealer. And so it is really nice and soft, and it does just fit into the inner corner of your eye, and you're able to kind of press it in almost like if you were using your finger. You're able to just kind of press it without picking up a lot of product, and it does feel nice and soft. It's not as dense as this 101 brush is. Obviously it's smaller, so it doesn't need to be quite as dense, but that's something to note. But it is a really nice brush, and it really does just fit under the under eye so well. And what I like to do is just really press it over those creases and everything and just get all of the excess product out. And I think it really does a really nice job. Then I'm going to go in with just a little bit of my Beauty Blender Bounce Airbrush Concealer in the shade 2.3W. Before I got sick, I was planning my concealer video. That's coming. All right, now for this concealer, you really need to work it between your fingers and then just place the smallest amount on the inner corner. And then we go back with our wonderful little concealer brush, and you can see it's like it just presses the product in, but it doesn't move it all over the place. It's just kind of an interesting tool, but I really have enjoyed this brush. I think it is really fabulous. And sometimes when you're pressing in with your finger, you know, you start picking up product, you know, because your finger sticks to it. So that's what's so nice about this brush, is it kind of acts like your finger, but it doesn't remove the product. It just keeps kind of pressing it in place. Oh, concealer, our friend. And then I love that you can just take this brush kind of between your concealer and your foundation, and it just helps seamlessly blend it in. Well done, Angie. One of my favorites. Okay, I have a new cheek product that has been sitting in my drawer to try. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow. Love and Light Lip and Cheek Glow. So you can use this on your lips as well. What color did I get? Color of Dreams. The packaging, of course, is beautiful, but look at that color. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So since I don't have much experience, actually I have no experience with this other than swatching it, I'm going to use my Luxe 522 brush to apply this. I don't want to get too much product on my cheeks. Oh, that's nice. Okay, it's not scary. I can get this on. I am just on a cream blush kick. If you saw my last Get Ready With Me, that Jouer stick, oh, really loving that. So I'm interested to see how this compares. Feels very lightweight. And it's working in well with that foundation. It's not picking up any coverage, so that's good. All right, that added actually quite a bit of color. Okay, I'm a big fan of that. Okay, let's add some powder. I'm going to use the Kiko. This is the Dolce Diva Fresh Feel Setting Powder, and I just have my Laura Mercier Powder Puff. This feels so good. Under the eyes, I'm going to use the Fiera Cosmetics HD Matte Finishing Powder. I talked about this in my recent Darlings and Duds video, and this is just a really, really nice formulation. But before I do that, let's take my concealer brush. Just make sure I don't have any creases here, because if you set your under eye while you've got creasing, it will lock in those creases. We don't want that, right? All right, let's add a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to use the Ilia bronzer in Drawn In. This is the Night Light Bronzing Powder. Now, this is a super soft formula. I've learned this the hard way. So I'm going to use the BK Beauty A503 brush. Now, this is a super dense, soft but dense angled brush, and you can see it is kind of bigger in the center and then slightly tapered on either side. Now, compared to my favorite blush brush from the E4 from Morphe, you can see it has similar shape, but the E4 just has a little more give, and it's not quite as dense of brush. So what I have found with this brush is it works best with less pigmented products. If you use them with very pigmented products, you got to go in with a light hand, because this is going to pick up a lot of products. So I'm going to go in with a light hand. I'm just going to actually press. Now you can see this bronzer is super, super soft. So I'm going to take that brush. But what I like about the shape of this brush is you can just very easily bronze the top of your cheeks. You can easily turn it upside down and contour, which is what I will do in a moment. But it is a really nice shape. You could also use this for foundation because it is dense enough. This would work well for foundation. I have tried it with cream blushes, and again, you just have to be careful because you're going to pick up a lot of product. So, but really nice. You can see it just really does blend your cheek colors effortlessly. So it is a really nice, soft experience. Oh, this is like therapy right here. Okay, and now I'm just gonna pull in my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Nude Face palette that I also showed in that Darlings and Duds. And I'm gonna go in with this lightest shade because goodness sakes, I am Miss Pale. So I'm going to use it now on the tip of that brush. I've turned it upside down and going to use that. See how easy that is? Just get right into the hollows of the cheeks, and then it kind of just blends the top edge for you. It's nice. And then I'll use a little bit of that under my jaw and along my hairline. Have no idea what I'm going to be doing with my hair. So yes, I did miss my hair appointment, which was a color and cut appointment. Boo. But my stylist was about ready to give birth, and I certainly did not want her getting sick. So I'm going to maybe be doing a little DIY color. So stay tuned for that. And then I do have a fill-in stylist who is going to cut my hair next week. Oh, I can't wait. But she did not have any time to do color until December. And that's when my stylist is supposed to be back. So we're just gonna be winging it here. That was like the easiest contour ever. Okay, and then while I have that brush out, I'm actually just gonna wipe it off. So this came in my BoxyCharm box this month. This is the Beauty Bakery Milk and Honey Highlighting Palette. Oh my word. Again, I have not even swatched it, but just look at those colors. They are all shimmer highlights. Let's just go ahead and put, oh yeah, the formula on these is really, really soft. Wow. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to do a combination of one. So let's start here, and I'm going to use just the tip of this brush. Like I said, I cleaned it off real well. Let's use the tip of that brush. And just, okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was going to be like instant glow from space, but that's not bad. All right, so I'm using Oh Honey, cute names here, right on the tops of the cheeks. And that actually ended up being a lot more subtle than I thought. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a combination of these two here. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, very actually more subtle than I thought, but I mean, I'm sure you could definitely layer these up to be pretty glowy. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. And then I'll do a combination of the bridge of my nose and right here above my Cupid's bow there. All right. And then for inner corner highlight, let's go back to our palette, and I'll just use a little bit of Wishful, which is this bright one right here. And just gonna use a little bit of that on my finger so you can see that actually has quite a bit of a gold reflect. All right, and then I'll just go back with that BK Beauty A505, just kind of blend that shade up slightly. All right, we need some shape now to frame our eyeshadow, so let's go in with brows. Nothing new and exciting here. This is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil in Taupe. All right, and then I think I need some brow gel. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel, and this is the shade Taupe. Yes, Taupe. And let's just add a little bit here. All right, let's curl the lashes. Wow, I feel like I haven't seen my lashes in like 2 weeks. You know how just curling them, it's like, oh, there they are. All right, so let's use a new mascara. This is the Ico Black Magic Mascara. I got this through the Boxy pop-up store, and I have wanted to try this mascara for years. I've heard so many good things about it. This says drama and curl. We like drama and we like curl. It is a squeeze tube, which is different for me, but I kind of like that. And it has a curved wand, and it looks like more natural bristles there. So let's just give this a try all by itself and see what kind of drama and curl we can work up here. Okay, so there is several coats of mascara. Overall, I mean, it was not a messy mascara. I do have a few little things I'm gonna clean up once it dries, but while we're waiting for that to happen, let's move on to lips. I'm going to first go around the edge of my lips with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And then for my lip combination, again, through the Boxy pop-up store, I got one of the Marc Jacobs Poutliners in Primrose. I don't know what's going on with his line. I don't know if they're redoing everything, but things have been on clearance with Sephora and everything, so I don't even know if this is still available, but it's new to me, so we're gonna give it a shot. And look, it's already kind of come unattached from the bottom, so that could be one reason why they're redoing this. All right, let's go ahead and try this. That is a pretty color. All right, and then for lipstick, again, I did talk about this in my Darlings and Duds. This is the Bite lipstick in the shade Praline. And this I thought would be perfect It is a kind of nude pink color. So smooth and very long wearing because it is a matte formula. Now, I don't find it particularly hydrating, but I also don't find it to be particularly drying. So I think I'm going to just leave it there as matte and go fix my hair. Okay, so I styled my hair in this like wild, crazy, beachy wave style to go along with my very colorful makeup. But you know, when you haven't done your hair or your makeup, it's just fun to break out of the box, and I'm not going anywhere. It's a cold, rainy day today, so what better day to just experiment and have some fun. Now, as far as just a quick roundup of everything that I used today that was new, this palette, I loved it. I can't wait to use more of these shadows. I think this is gonna be really fun to use going into fall and winter. I really enjoyed this Charlotte Tilbury Cheek Glow. I mean, look at that. The cheeks just look really nice and healthy. That's all, we're just faking it, you know. The lip combination, really love that. As far as the foundation goes, this is going to be one that I have to try and see how it wears throughout the day. It's definitely one, if you want less coverage, this is definitely one to check out. It's weird. I mean, I did powder, of course, but my skin does not feel overly dewy, overly moisture, you know, it doesn't feel tacky or anything like that. So I'm really impressed. It's a very intriguing formula to me. So we'll see how it wears through the day. But again, it's definitely on the lighter end of the coverage spectrum, but I think that can be very flattering on our more mature skin, right? And then as far as the brushes go, I think these are top-notch quality. You can't go wrong with BK Beauty brushes. It's just a matter of whether you feel like these brush shapes are something that you need. Personally, the three brushes that I find myself reaching for the most are these three. So I do love all of these brushes, but these are the three that I find the most unique that I'm reaching for maybe over other brushes in my collection. So those would be this flat brush, which I feel like picks up those shimmery shades really well. It's the A505 and then the A502. I've really found this just to be nice to keep control over really deep, intense shades. And then of course, this concealer brush, you can use it for other things, but the A506, I just think this is a really brilliant design. So if you are looking for new brushes and you have smaller sized eyes, I think that this set of brushes could be really great for you. Now this brush, I don't reach for it as often as I reach for my other BK Beauty brushes or the Morphe E4. However, it is a great multitasking brush. So if you're somebody who doesn't want to reach for a different brush for your bronzer and your contour and your blush, this is a great multitasking brush. Now, if you're looking at these brushes and then the other brushes I used and you're still confused saying, Sharalee, I am new to this. Do I really need all these brushes? Help me decide what to buy. I'll leave two other brush videos that I have done linked in the description box below. I have, one of them is a full review and demo of all of the other BK Beauty brushes. And then the other one is kind of like a beginner's guide where I explain kind of what I think are essential brushes, the different brush shapes, which ones might work best for you if you're just getting started. But I just want to say thank you again for your patience, for your kindness, for your prayers. As I am continuing to recover, I can tell that I am still not 100% because I am exhausted. So I'm just gonna go get some lunch and just take it easy this afternoon. But thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Bye.